So I promised another interview as far for the core trainers or the core professionals, I should say, for Choose to Be Fit. And we have a very special one with the core twins of C2B. So for those who don't know you, I want you guys to introduce yourself. What's your name? What do you do? What's your profession?
My name is Christopher Cortes. I'm based out of Orlando, Florida. I'm a personal trainer, classic physique competitor.
Nice.
My name is Jon Cortes. I'm a professional boxer, and I specialize in boxing techniques.
Perfect. All right. So how did you guys get into your profession? Like, what inspired you to get into what you do? How did you get into it?
Well, growing up, I've always been an athlete. I played football. I was never interested in sports until my coach told me to, hey, try out. Ever since I played 4 years of varsity high school football, it got me into fitness. Once I graduated high school, I was just a normal guy going to LA Fitness training, and one guy told me, hey, you have a great physique. You should compete. But I never thought of competing. I never thought of that, hey, I'm going to step on stage. A few years later, almost 4 years later, I actually met a coach that was willing to help me get to the level of achieving the way I want to look.
Yeah.
And I never thought that, I never thought bodybuilding was like a commitment where you have to all in or all out, And I did my very first show, and once I did my very first show, I achieved a goal that I wanted to achieve, and I placed first place, and and that actually sparked a fire in me to actually keep pursuing it.
Yeah.
And now until this day, I want to continue to make it to the top. My goal is to reach the Olympia stage one day.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That was beautiful. So that was Chris, by the way. I know they look and sound alike, so I just want to make sure you guys know the distinction. That was Chris with that really amazing answer. So, Jon, what's your response to that?
Yeah, same way, same idea. The way I got into my boxing field was to, I watched the Rocky movie, and that movie inspired me to, try out boxing. Not everyone has the strength and the willpower to step in the ring and take punches, as a career. So that motivated me to even give it a try, because when we were young, we had asthma.
Wow.
So doctors were telling us that we can't really do any type of activity or any type of sport that involved high stamina exercises, because due to our asthma. So that motivated me more to keep on trying until I started fighting for state titles, championships for boxing, and from there it was a momentum that couldn't be broken. So I usually motivate myself and to always be better than I was the day before. And I had a vision to, I have this vision where I want to be a world champion.
Yeah.
And if I could do it, anyone else could do it. So I just want to be a world champion one day, so I can motivate people underneath me that anything's possible.
Wow. Man, like both of those responses definitely tells me a lot about both of you. Both of you are visionaries. That's amazing. By the way you talk, by the way you lay things out, you're both visionaries, and you're both definitely self-motivated. I love that. That's awesome. So you mentioned, as far as the asthma when you guys were young. I want to go into that childhood. What was it like for you two to grow up as twins? Tell me about that.
Growing up as twin was like it was a blessing, because you don't get to have two identical twins that are in shape,
Yeah.
and we are very similar in many aspects, and it could be from talking, the way we look, and our body frame. So I think it was an extra gift to have this, have him as my twin, So I think it's a bonus,
Yeah, for sure.
And it draws a lot of attention to whatever we're trying to do.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
You have anything to add to that, Chris?
Like I said, like he said, actually.
That's funny you said it like you said, because you guys are twins.
It's to have the same person, but we are pursuing different dreams and different visions.
Yeah.
You know, there's twins out there that are probably pursuing the same thing, but we're pursuing different routes.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, we're chasing the same dream.
Definitely.
Just to make it to the top.
I love that, man. That was deep. Were you guys competitive at all?
We were, to the point where it got to just different skill levels. You know, he's better skill as a boxer. I'm more skill as a weightlifter.
Yeah.
So it's a big different ball game right there.
True. That totally makes sense. Okay.
He's better jump roping. He's better hitting the mitts. He's better hitting the bags. More conditioned, but I'm more and stronger than him. And I know I could put some weight up on the bar.
That totally makes sense. Have you guys, like, when you were young, did you play tricks on people, like, with the twin game? Did you guys
I
play?
remember in elementary school, we tried to play, we switched classes. It was crazy. You know, I remember this day, like yesterday, where we switched, I think it was our 3rd grade class.
Yeah, 3rd grade.
And we got away with it smooth.
Yeah.
Until one of the girls knew that we were, you know, not who we were.
Yeah.
And we got caught. But ever since then, we really didn't try to switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about doing it again soon. Yeah.
I like that. That's funny. All right. So we talk about your childhood. We talk about your progression in terms of, you know, your career, your profession, what motivated you, what drove you. So that journey to where you are right now, you can answer this question individually, together. What would you say was your toughest challenge looking back on that journey to where you are now?
You know, the hardest thing was having a family that, you know, a relationship that didn't believe in your dreams.
Wow.
That's the hardest thing, you know. Having, you know, my son there, not going to see my son every day, has been one of the hardest things I have to face until this day.
Wow.
You know, but, you know, it's up to me to not to fail him. It's up to me to leave a legacy for him.
Yeah.
And for him to grow up knowing that his dad did something right. Not for himself, but for everyone.
Wow.
And it's the hardest thing, man. And I can't fail.
Wow.
And I won't fail.
Yeah. Oh, that was deep. Seriously. That honestly has me a little choked up right now. I'm not gonna lie. That has me a little choked up right now. That was deep. So in terms of what you learned from that lesson, it seems like, you know, that gives you that motivation. You want to leave a legacy. Would you say that's what you learned from that challenge?
You know, every day you learn something. You
Yeah.
know, from what you can do better. But one thing I'm learning from this is like you gotta put 100% into whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Every day, every second. The day you wake up, the second your eyes open, 100% right there.
Wow. That totally makes sense. Totally
You
makes
have
sense.
to.
So, Sean, for you, what would you say your toughest obstacle?
My toughest obstacle is when I started getting into the boxing, started to compete a little bit more. I had 2 coaches that passed away back to back.
Oh wow, man.
You know, one died a month apart from each other, and I was left alone, and just, you know, it was either I hang it up or I keep on going, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a really tough situation to go through because it was hard for me to, you know, believe in myself. You know, it was really difficult for me to try to keep their legacy going. You know, because, you know, it was really tough. It was one of the biggest pills to swallow, and
Yeah.
but it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me about being self-motivated, you know, self-driven. You know, like, you know, I didn't have that coach to, you know, push me or wake me up in the morning to go run. I did that on my own because, you know, I didn't want them to feel. I don't want them to feel like I failed them in any type of way. And that was, for me, one of the biggest obstacles that I have faced. But at the same time, I am blessed to have faced those obstacles because it made me the person I am today.
That totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. Both of you, with those challenges, obviously drew motivation from those challenges. And I always say, And for myself and people around me, I always say there are two primary motivators: pain or pleasure.
Yes.
And you guys took that pain and you transitioned that into motivation. And I love to hear things like that, man. That's amazing. Seriously, that's amazing. So let's switch gears a little bit on the opposite side. Let's go to the opposite side of the spectrum on this one. So on the opposite side from the challenge, as far as accomplishments, when you look back in your life, what would you say is your most significant accomplishment, or the accomplishment that means most to you?
For me, once I lost my family,
Yeah.
my relationship, I had a show coming up, and this was one of the biggest accomplishments ever. And this was the last show of the year.
Wow.
And I had an opportunity to compete in the show. And I've been training all my life for this. And I met this guy. His name is Ian Harrison, a former Olympian. And I went to a posing seminar. You know, I just went to just go. And when I went, he saw who I was and my presentation. He said, "Chris, you have to compete in my show."
Yeah.
I'm like, "The show's 4 weeks from now. I don't think I'm ready." He said, "You are ready. You just gotta finish." At first, I was like, you know what? I don't believe in myself. And he put me inside. He said, "You're one of the best looking guys in this building right now.
Yeah.
You do the show, you're gonna win it." I'm like, "I got 4 weeks. How much work can we do in 4 weeks?" He said, "It's up to you how much you want it, how much you want it." I mean, you know what? I went into a different mode where I want it.
Yeah.
4 weeks in, I'm grinding. 7 days a week, cardio twice in a day. I'm suffering. A day of the show, I'm nervous. I'm looking at these guys, they're bigger than me. Look better. This is like probably their 10th show. This is my first show. And once I step on the stage, I presented who I am. Not physically, but spiritually.
Wow. That's
And you know, I accomplished a goal where I wanted to step on stage, and I came first place in my division. You know, I took a leap of faith
yeah.
of losing everything and using that energy to be the fuel, the fire for me to go head on for the show, and I won.
Wow.
And until this day, this is one of my biggest accomplishments. There's many more to come.
Yeah.
But this one was one of the biggest one. Sometimes you have to lose to win.
Love that.
And I learned that.
I love that, man. That's one thing. Whatever you just said, that's one of the things I love. You got to lose to win. And the other thing that really caught me off guard and got to me when you stepped on stage, you didn't present yourself physically, but spiritually. Dude, that's deep. Wow. All right. So, John, what about you?
My biggest accomplishments that I am proud of to this day is I remember the first time when I met my coach, and I told him and I told myself this: I'm gonna win these Florida State titles, and each fight that I'm gonna be attending, I'm gonna win them.
Yeah.
I wanted belts. I wanted titles.
Yeah.
You know, I made it a goal. So every day I was just grinding. Waking up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, running, training twice a day.
Yeah.
You know, missing time with family and birthdays. You know, and I think the best accomplishment was when I won the Sugar Bird. It was a 3-day tournament. We fight, and I was against someone who's very flamboyant. Like he had a weird style, weird boxing style, where I thought, you know, this guy is gonna beat me.
Yeah.
He was very cocky. He was very, you know, just flashy, you know.
Like a Floyd Mayweather type?
I would say, I would say like Floyd Mayweather,
Yeah.
yeah. And you know what? I knew this was the last fight to win the Florida State Championship, and I was like, you know what? No matter what happens, what the results is, I'm gonna be proud of myself.
Yeah.
So the first round came in, you know, I felt him out. He was pretty quick, you know. He had great boxing ability, and he was great. He was a great boxer overall. But I didn't let that discourage me.
Yeah.
So I worked hard, I put the pressure on him, I just kept on pushing. Every run I kept on going by, I just kept on pushing the pressure. And until we got to the last round, I felt very confident in myself. And as soon as the judges scored the fight, they put both of us in the middle of the ring to announce the winner. And I'm here like, okay, I hope to hear my name. As soon as I heard my name, it was just one of the best feelings I could have ever felt, because not many people understand that. They don't see what you do behind the scenes, all the sacrifice a person has to go through just to reach their goals. So people don't understand that there is a lot of sacrifices to doing what you want to do in life, and I believe things are not meant to be easy for you to grab. I believe these are obstacles that we have to face so we could actually become better and become much wiser. So I think this is one of the best
You're good.
I fucked up right
No,
there.
you're good.
accomplishments that I have ever done in my life.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
Yeah. And I've seen the belt, so
Yeah.
it's real. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So you guys look alike, you sound alike, and the mindset is so similar. Even going through these questions and going through this interview with you guys, like the responses you both just gave in terms of the sacrifice, the work that you put in. Even though yours was a 4-week span, yours was longer, obviously. But the theme is you put in the work, you put in the grind, you put the sweat in, the sweat equity as I call it. You put the blood in. Like that's amazing, man. Both stories, amazing.
We're always ready
I like that. You're always ready. I like that.
all year long.
I like that. All right, so let's switch gears to C2B. Obviously, you guys are core twin C2B pros, which is amazing. This is like special. So what drew you guys to choose to be fit? Why choose to be fit?
When I heard about Choose to Be Fit, and when I met Justin at the gym, I always believe in supporting other people's vision.
Yeah.
It's not always about money.
True.
It's not always about receiving, but to support someone else's dreams and to see it clear as they see it, you do whatever it takes to help them reach it.
Yeah.
Even if it's willing to sacrifice everything you have in your pocket,
Yeah.
time, effort. When I heard about this opportunity, I took it right there and then.
Yeah.
Because sometimes opportunities don't come, and when you have to seize the moment. If you don't seize it, you don't get the opportunity again.
Yeah.
And I see myself actually leading others that pursue the same things I pursue, and helping them expand.
Yeah.
And that's why I chose this route.
Love that. Awesome. What about you?
I would say the same thing. I thought it was a great idea, something that I believe that this generation needs. It's something unique and something that I never seen in my whole entire life. Just be a part of a team that wants to impact the world and want to change the way society is and better the community, better how you live and how you feel. I think this is one of the uprising things that I have ever seen in my life, and I think being a part of this team is I am honored to be a part of this team. It's very motivating to be surrounded by people who want to impact other people's lives in a good way.
Yeah.
And I just always believe that iron sharpens iron.
I love that. That's so true. That's so true, man. So with regards to C2B, like what do you guys like most about the vision?
What I love about the vision is that it gives everyone an opportunity to grow their vision.
Yeah. Wow. I love that. I love that. That was pretty good.
It gives them an opportunity to grow, man.
Yeah.
And when you see other people growing, it's the most valuable thing in this world.
Yeah.
And to be able to just help people, because there's so many people in this world that have a passion,
Yeah.
but they're afraid to go with it.
True. That's true. What about you, John?
Everything that he said is
Yeah.
practically what I was gonna say. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I honestly think that it's great. And everything what he said, that's what.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So that mindset right there, in terms, because you guys mentioned it, as far as helping others.
Yes.
When I spoke with Justin about it, he said the same thing. That was one of his themes throughout the interview I had with him, helping others, being of service. So it's amazing that you guys are on the same wavelength and have that same mindset. I love that. So that totally makes sense. And iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I like that a lot. So keeping it C2B, keeping it in that line. I mean, so when you hear choose to be fit, that phrase, just the name itself, choose to be fit. What does that mean to you? Because some people think, okay, they choose to be fit. Okay, it's something physical, like not thinking about anything else. It's just like, staying in shape, physical fit. Like that's what some people think, right? So different interpretations might be out there. So when you guys hear choose to be fit, what does that mean to you?
When I hear choose to be fit, for me is more of a question. It's more like, okay, am I gonna be, is it gonna, I have a choice. Either I want to be fit or I don't want to be fit. And it gets me thinking like, okay, these guys are, they're trying to do something different. And it's just like, it's a question that I think everyone should ask themselves.
Yeah.
Are you willing to be fit? Because I always believe that health is wealth.
Yes, sir.
Health is wealth, and people don't understand it, but
Yeah.
your health comes first. And I've seen people who have a lot of money, and their health is not there. And what
Yeah.
good is that money when your health is not there? So it's like, I think it's a question that I think a lot of people should ask themselves. And
Yeah.
it's just when I hear that, it makes me think.
Yeah.
It makes me really think. So that's my opinion.
No, I love that. That totally makes sense. A choice. It makes you think.
Yeah.
You have a choice. What is that choice?
I
What do
agree
you
with
think it is?
Jonathan. I really do. A lot of people have money, their health is not there.
Yeah.
So that's something you should ask yourself.
Yeah.
Are you fit?
Yeah. I like that. That's deep. As simple as that is, that's deep. I felt that actually when you guys asked the question.
Yeah.
I felt it. Amazing. So, two last questions, and these are actually two of my favorite questions. Even though, we went through some phenomenal responses, a lot of good dialogue we've had, but I'm looking forward to hearing your responses to these two questions. So, one of the two, as far as your purpose, what would you say is your purpose?
My purpose is always to serve others.
Nice.
I feel like I'm in this world for a reason. And I found my purpose. My purpose is to serve others and motivate people to pursue whatever goals they want to pursue. Because at the end of the day, we live in a rough generation where, a lot of people are not gonna believe in you.
True.
And no one wants to see you shine. No one wants to help you grow. No one wants to help you, prosper.
Yeah.
And my goal is to be that light, and to motivate and push people to reaching their fitness goals, or it could be mental goals, or whatever goals you want to pursue. And I just want to be able to be a part of that impact where I can help people out.
Yeah.
So I'm a server.
I love that. Love that.
My purpose, it took me a long time to figure this out. But sometimes you have to be the spark in the dark.
Dude, you are killing me right now, dude. Like, seriously.
You have to.
Wow.
No matter how alone you are, you have to motivate everyone, man.
Yes.
Even if they don't believe in you, you never know who you might change.
Yeah.
Not only inside the gym, you motivate them,
Yeah.
but outside the gym as well.
True. That's so true.
People are only motivated when they step in the doors of the gym.
Yeah.
But how about outside?
Definitely.
How about your lifestyle?
Yes.
How about your family?
Yes.
So, that's my purpose, is to motivate people in the gym and outside the gym as well.
Wow. You guys, the things you say, seriously, the mindset, yeah. I'm feeling all of this, seriously. Get to me, seriously. So the second of the two questions, we talked about motivation earlier, and you guys mentioned different examples. You mentioned your kid, that being a motivation, a source of motivation for you.
Yes.
You guys mentioned as far as like the losses and things of that nature, and transitioning those or converting those into motivation, right? To
Yes.
inspire you. So you guys, I know you guys still have goals, obviously a lot of goals, and I know that. But what would you guys say is the primary motivation behind you getting to those goals, or getting what you deserve, or what is yours? What's the primary motivation behind that?
It's very simple. My motivation is not to fail. Like I don't wanna. I just don't want to live a life knowing that I didn't give it my 100%.
Yeah.
You know. I always believed in you are what you put in. It's that simple.
Definitely.
You put in 50%, you're gonna get 50% back out. You know. My motivation is to make sure I give everything 100%. You know, and I just want to make sure I did. Everything I do, I give it my 100%.
Definitely.
You know.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know, at the end of the day, is I don't want to be normal.
Yeah.
I don't want to be normal. Everyone nowadays is just living a normal life.
True.
They're just letting talent pass, years pass. I want to shine. If I could do it, you could do it too.
Yeah.
You just gotta believe in yourself. No matter how hard the days get, just keep pushing forward and have faith in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, you're unstoppable. And that's why I chose this route to choose to be fit.
Yeah, you guys are like, yeah, I love this whole interview. That was the last question. This has been amazing. Like seriously, I rarely get emotional, but I got a little choked up in the beginning, and I think I needed to feel that. So I appreciate you guys doing that.
I appreciate you, Audric. I really do. You know, even though the days that we met were short, I feel like I've known you for years.
Wow.
And you know, I'm very grateful for this opportunity that you gave me and my brother, because this might be the opportunity that we've been seeking for a long time. Being left in the dark, alone, feeling like we're not doing anything right in life.
Yeah.
It gets sad sometimes. You feel discouraged. You actually open your doors for us to actually grow. I really appreciate you. FIBO 2018 just the beginning for us.
Definitely.
Just know that we're bringing a lot to the table.
I already know. Trust me. Like the short period of time, just like you said, I see the value much more than even I even anticipated.
Real recognize real, and I
All
tell you
day
that
long,
on the
bro.
first day.
You did. Well, I appreciate you guys, man. Seriously. So yeah, this was just the second interview. Wow. Like I just said, I rarely get emotional, but I definitely did this time. So I want to thank these two for definitely blessing me with their time, their energy. And so look forward to the other core pros coming on this interview. I don't know what to expect now that I went through this. So tune in. Look forward to what I'm looking forward to.